So the WNBA All Star Game was absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. It was what All Star Games were in the past. People caring. And before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 24.5k subscribers by the end of the day. And I do also want to apologize for the fact that I somehow seemingly bit my tongue twice yesterday. And it's really, really hurting me. So if I am speaking with a lisp for a couple of videos until it starts to numb, yeah, that is why. So anyway, we have got what exactly was needed for the All-Star Game. It was a perfect game. Do I wish that Caitlin Clark could hit a few more threes? Yeah. And I've already made a video about this. But we also have to take into account that on the men's side, the All-Star Game is a piss take. It is an absolute piss take. The All-Star Game has, outside of the Kobe year, where people cared because it was the Kobe year, the All-Star Game's been a joke. Anthony Towns scored 31 points in a quarter. And it wasn't like what Enrique did. There was actual defense on Enrique, which is why Enrique did it more impressive. Like, nobody has ever given a damn, or nobody gives a damn anymore about the All-Star Game MVP. Nobody cares in the slightest about the All-Star Game MVP. In men's. But Enrique's performance was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. It has people saying it, but again, Enrique does Enrique things. I will say, if you were picking the best 12, Enrique would replace Joe Lloyd. But, like, Enrique was not the biggest snub. The biggest snub are, like, a team needs. And I will say with, like, Team USA, I'll talk a bit about it later, that Enrique is the best at what she does, but she does the exact same thing as Joe Lloyd. And they picked both. Like, picking both of them would be dumb. But the biggest snub was clearly the fact that the team desperately needs a point guard, and they have a point. Like, they didn't pick their point guard. Yeah. Like, the men's NBA, it's so hard to see what the NBA are like, what can we do to save it? What can we do to save it? By the way, Team International versus Team US. People have been saying, oh, Team International want to win. They couldn't give a damn. They could not give a damn. Like, some people would like to beat America, but, like, for example, a Luka. Luka would not give a damn if he's part of a team world that beats America. He wants to win with Slovenia. He does not want to beat America at the end of the day. Like, there's no way that will make it a serious amount of, like, again, a serious amount. Jeez, I'm after losing train of my thought. Sorry, I've been sleeping, like, I've been awake for 20 freaking 7 hours or something. But, yeah, like, there's no way they can make the All-Star Game good. There's actually none. The players don't care. And that's the problem. That is the actual problem. It is not the format. It is not Adam Silver. It is not. These players make too much money to be incentivized. The actual premise of an All-Star weekend, an All-Star game in the NBA, is done. It's over. Because the players have just stopped caring. And each generation that comes after don't care. And the big reason people are wondering is like, oh, why would they care? And this is the excuse people give, and it's true. Why would they care when they have so much to risk? They're not getting paid for the All-Star game. Why would they risk their money in a meaningless game? And that's the reason why you see, again, so many players not play for their country in basketball. You see so many people not do this. They sit out. Because the money's too great in the NBA and you're not getting paid internationally. So you're not getting paid. So it's like, why would people care? Whereas in the WNBA, look, Enrique, I can guarantee you that whatever Enrique's salary is, it's probably a near max. Because she was, I think, her rookie I think she's on a rookie extension now. But I can guarantee you, Enrique is going to triple her actual playing salary from brand deals from just this one game alone. Like, the exposure from a game like this could, like, skyrocket your money. Whereas for the WNBA, and also they want to, first of all, it's personal. They want to beat USA. These are Americans that got cut. It's personal. They want to beat America. And then, or they want to beat the team that snubbed them. And also, look, it's just worth more for them. It is just worth more for these players. Like, do you not think that the Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese. Like, this was the Converse commercial. This was literally the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese Converse commercial. And it's now at a stage where it's hilarious. This is becoming the Messi versus Ronaldo fan argument, where at this stage, or even like the Fed versus Nadal. I could only imagine back in the day what Federer versus Nadal on social media would have been. Like, I'd say it would have been the most toxic thing ever. And the two of them ended up, when it was all said and done, I'm not sure that they were particularly close when they were young. Or, well, not when they were young. When Nadal was young and Federer was in his mid-20s. And Nadal just kept beating him on clay and Federer just kept beating him everywhere else. I'm not sure they were the closest, but as time went on, Federer and Nadal became unbelievably good friends in tennis. And I would not be surprised if that's what... And the same with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, like not like obviously best friends, but like the Converse commercial changed everything. And for the... sorry, my face is frozen. I don't know what's gone wrong with my camera. It's only ever happened. It's only started happening the last like week. But you can see that these players, they like each other and they like playing with each other. Like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark most definitely enjoyed playing with each other at the weekend, and that's all you need to see. That's all you want to see, is the fact that I would say that there's the rivalry is probably going to be as heated as ever, but it's going to be heated in a different way. It's not going to be in this like, oh, we want, I'm going to be the Joker, I want to be the villain. I think now you've seen where it be like, okay, all that crap is done. All that crap is just on social media. It's nothing to do with the actual player. If you want to use that for motivation, either side, cool. Because I think, to be fair, I think Caitlin Clark just wants to be the greatest ever. I think that's all the motivation she needs. But if Angel Reese needs, not even if Angel Reese, if she's going to use that as motivation to become better, great. Because the best thing for the WNBA is that, somebody that's not in the mold of the old guard becomes the best in the world. As in, Arike's game is so different than the old guard. They just didn't want to take Arike. They didn't want to take Arike to the Olympics because she wasn't part of the club. They didn't want to take Caitlin Clark. She wasn't part of the club. Because you better believe, by the way, if Paige Beckers had the hype of Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers was going. Because Paige Beckers is part of the club. Heck, she was in Legends photo shoots despite the fact that she's had, 1.5 healthy college years? Albeit, brilliant. But two healthy college years? She had 2 brilliant healthy college years. But she's in legend photos. You better believe it was Paige Beckers instead of Caitlin Clark that would have taken her. And again, Angel Reese proving to everyone that she deserved at least a camp invite. Like, the only thing with Angel Reese is she plays the same position as Aja Wilson and Stewie, so you can make the argument there. But like, and Alyssa Thomas, but wow. Like, it's the new guard. It was the best thing possible. And the men's NBA game, the men's NBA players should be almost embarrassed. That's probably the only way you can make them try. Is just embarrassment, out of embarrassment. I genuinely think the whole All-Star weekend lead up, when people are like, oh, what formats can we need to use? Do we need to change format? I don't think any format changes it. I genuinely think the media needs to just ridicule players. I think the media needs to just start showing clips of the WNBA All Star Game and start talking about the WNBA game, while at the same time, in the lead up to the NBA game, and just make fun of the game. No one gives a damn about the All Star Game. I think that's what the media should do. The media should pretend the All Star Game isn't even a thing and just talk about how great the WNBA was and how bad the NBA All Star Game's been. No hype for anything. Any like pre-expectations for the All Star Game. Just be like, oh, it's gonna be a terrible game. Nothing matters. That's maybe the only way to save it, is to embarrass the players into playing harder.